Yes, we're in the bonnet today. So for today's video, I'm doing a full beat, buzz down, bombshell type of Bratz type of vibe. So let's see how this turned out. Today we're going to be a little bit different and start with the eyeshadow. Yes, I already did my eyebrows. We're going to use the same basic palette because I just love this palette down. I just feel like every time I look up an eyeshadow look, this is always the one. But sooner or later, I'm going to be doing more creative looks because there just isn't much inspiration in the makeup community world anymore. Like, I don't know why everybody's falling off on makeup, but there's just not, like, people aren't really bringing it to the table. So we're gonna see what I come up with. But if you guys have a very creative look, a different type of look, anything that you guys would recommend for me to try, I will be willing to do it for the video. So okay, so before we get into the eyeshadow, because that's where we're starting, I actually am gonna put concealer on today to see the difference. You know, concealer does definitely make a difference. But I'm just gonna put that on and I'm gonna blend it out with this. Yeah. I'm not gonna do 2 layers. I'm just gonna leave it at this 1 layer. Not gonna lie, I definitely need to clean my brushes. But first, I'm gonna start off with a simple brown color that kind of matches my skin, kind of doesn't. And we're gonna take that on the outer crease. And then we're gonna smoke that into the inner crease. You guys can see the color is very subtle. It's just a nice little simple brown. This is the shade Latte in the palette. But, you know, just enough shadow to kind of outline where I want the rest of my eyeshadow to follow. So the first shade that you put on your eyes are always kind of like the guidelines for the rest of your eyeshadow look. That's why people always do like a transition shade or just something very simple, just so you can see where you want the eyeshadow to lay. So now I'm going to take a completely different palette. Mind you, I told you guys about this palette before. It's just like a random palette. But the shimmer that I'm going to be using in this palette is, it looks like this. This is like a dark brown, but it's also like a shimmer. And I'm going to take that shade and we're going to use that to add a little bit more depth to the eyes that we have going on right now. So I'm going to take it. And I'm going to gently circle right here. And then I'm going to kind of just slowly start pushing it deeper in my crease and deeper up. Do the same to the other side. You guys, I had like the craziest dream, and it's so crazy because the dream felt real. Like, y'all know those moments the dream feel real, but like I felt like I was younger in the dream, which is weird. But I always remember the dreams that I never finished the storyline. Like, I get mad when I can't finish the storyline, and I just know I'm never going to be able to dream. But the reason I remember the dream is because there was a person in the dream, and like in the dream I seen their face fully. And I remember saying that they looked like somebody, but now I can't imagine their face at all. I just imagine like their body, but like in the dream, I know for a fact I seen their face, which is a little bit crazy, huh? Now I'm taking this palette and I'm going to use this dark brown right here, and I'm going to put that all on like my outer crease. So we're going to dibble and dabble in there, and y'all know Morphe is pigmented, so you don't need to dibble and dabble too much. But I'm just going to take it on like the outer edge here. And we're going to go on my lid instead of my crease. And we're just going to blend that. By the way, I do kind of have a reference picture that I'm sort of kind of going off of. We're going to put it here. Since that's basically on most of half of my lid, as you guys can see, it's really dark. I'm going to start doing this to the other side. So now I'm going to switch it up. I actually have a white shimmer that I kind of want to incorporate in this look. So we're going to use white shimmer because I feel like that'll just pop the eye better. And yeah, so I'm going to take a little brush like this, and I'm going to use this palette, and I'm going to use this palette the eyeshadows doesn't have names, but whatever this one, oh, it does have names. It's on the back. So I'm going to use Icy Slice, and this Morphe palette. And I'm just going to take it, and when you take a shimmer that you want to kind of stay, it's easiest to pat instead of like slide on, if that makes sense. So now we're just going to blend that in there. So I'm not gonna blend it all the way because I want this dark to stay like half of my lid. So I'm only going to put this shimmer on half of my lid. Now, since we're at this point, it's time for the eyeliner. And I just want to do this so y'all can kind of see what's going on with my eyes. It looks like there's nothing on my eyes, but like in real life, it looks so much more pigmented. Either way, there's a lot of different shimmers going on. I don't know if I even chose the right amount of color palette to kind of mix all of this in, but we're gonna deal with it. So now I'm gonna take the eyeliner, and I already taught you guys in my last video how to do eyeliner, so y'all can go watch that if y'all want me to do a step-by-step on how I do my eyeliner. So for now, I'm going to do my eyeliner off camera, and I'll come right back. Okay, you guys, I did my eyeliner, and as you guys can see, the eyeliner bringing the look all together. Now I'm debating if whether I want to do black liner under or just dark brown, but I think before I do my under eyes I should do the rest of my face. So now we're gonna do my base, and I am gonna do my base on camera with you guys today because I know my other videos I kind of just been going past it really fast, but since we're going to do kind of more makeup than I normally do on my face, we're going to do this on camera with you guys. So first, we're going to start with the e.l.f. Halo Glow. And the reason I like the e.l.f. Halo Glow, as I said before, is because I don't like too pigmented foundation. I don't know. I just don't like too much face makeup because I feel like it just does not look right on me. Like, that's just, yeah. So I use e.l.f. Halo Glow because this is like a skin tint instead of more of like a foundation. It's kind of mid coverage, so that's why I go in with this. So now we're gonna blend this out. To blend this out, I use a brush, and the brush I use looks like this. It's circle with a flat base, and it's from Ruby Kisses. So since I'm done with that step, we're moving on to concealer. And for concealer, I'm going to use my Pro Conceals only because this shade is a bit darker. And I did get a little bit of a tan while I was outside. So we're going to use this because this has like a red undertone, I believe. It has like kind of red and yellow. I don't know why I'm doing so much though, but since it's full coverage makeup video, we're gonna try to make it full coverage. So when I put on my concealer, I kind of like to let that sit just a little tiny bit to make sure the coverage is coveraging, and then I put on my contour stick, which is just a random contour stick I got from the beauty supply. Nothing real special, but it definitely does the job. And when I blend my concealer, first I take a brush like this and I dab to kind of make sure that the concealer is spreaded in all the places I want it to be spreaded. So I just kind of dab like this to help spread that concealer out. And then I take this and I go in and I just blend. I don't know what this little powdery sponge thing does, but it just like, it just works. It's just 10 out of 10. To me, it's 10 out of 10. And if you guys have been keeping up with my YouTube videos, you guys will also know I don't really do nose contour, mainly because my nose is already perfect. Duh. Yeah, I don't really do nose contour that much either. It'll be very rare that I actually do nose contour. So now, since that's blended, I'm gonna take a brush, an angled brush, and then I'm going to blend out the contour.
And the contour helps to bring color and warmth to the face and give the face definition. Love that. So I kind of make sure it's like around over here, and then
So now you guys know I don't typically do blush, but I do like a little orange warmth color, and I'm gonna use eyeshadow for that. Another Morphe palette. We love Morphe over here, and I'm gonna take a burnt orange shade, and I'm kind of gonna go like right on top of like where my contour would be. I'm turning my head so y'all can see like right here, like right on my cheekbone, I would say. And that orange line you see is what we're gonna use for like my, I wouldn't really say blush, but I guess to add color. You can say bronzer a little bit, but y'all can't even see the orange. All right, so here's how it looks now. Let me switch the lighting. None of that helped, but it's okay, it's cool. I'm going to go in with powder now. Powder is also a hit or miss for me because I do love the dewy looks, and I feel like when you go in with powder, it just makes everything matte. But I'm gonna take this Makeup Forever Professional Paris powder in the shade this is the shade, and I'm going to actually take a different triangle piece of powder. Actually, we can use the beauty blender. I do have a little beauty blender, so I'm gonna take some powder, and I'm just gonna do a line down here to kind of help snatch my cheekbones right together. You see how my face already looks skinnier on this side than it does this side? That powder is gonna help snatch the rest of your face together. And the reason I take a brown shade, aside from the fact that my skin color is brown instead of a translucent, is because the translucent powders sometimes have that flashback, and this one just blends in perfectly. I don't like doing this brown shade under my eyes because okay. Now I look matte, and it just does not have the same anymore, does it? So now I'm gonna take a brush like this and wipe all of this away. And now I'm gonna spray this e.l.f. setting spray. I kind of really honestly mess with this, and we're gonna try not to mess up my eyeliner. Okay. You know what? I just sprayed my face, so it's kind of over. Now we're gonna let this dry and settle. Here is how the makeup looks now that all of that setting spray has dried. I did not touch it. I just allowed it to air dry on its own, and you can't even tell I had powder on, can you? That's the powder. That's the power of setting spray, babes. I'm loving the look already. So now I'm gonna do my mascara because I don't really wear lashes that much because I have not found like the signature lash for me. Like, anyway, I curl my lashes. You should curl your lashes too. Start at the top, curl, then go to the root, curl. Do not be scared of the eyelash curler because I know a lot of girlies are. Just do not be scared and go in for the win, okay? Mascara I'm using is their Real by, is it Maybelline? Benefit. So I did my top layer of mascara, and you can already see the difference. Over here, it looks like fake lashes, don't it? But we're gonna give it a chance for this coat to dry before I do another one. And I've decided I wanted to do black eyeliner under my eyes. So let's just hope this turns out great. So I wanna go here. And I don't really want it to be thick. Now I'm gonna do bottom mascara. When it comes to bottom mascara, you can't do too much or it will give spider legs. So you just gotta do a little shimmy shimmy. And now I'm going to do highlights using the same palette that I've been using. I mixed them all together, so just mix all of these together if you have this exact one. For lip liner, I'm going to go brown. This is a random pencil or lip liner that I believe I got from the beauty supply. This is how it looks. I think I'm gonna add a little bit of color by adding this lip liner, the LA colors, right under the brown. We're gonna kind of, or right on top of the brown. And you see how that just, yeah, sister, just added color. We're gonna, and I think now I'm just gonna go clear lip gloss. Revlon, and mine's look absolutely lip lined. So that's a wrap for this makeup video for today. I feel like today was kind of nice, cool, and easy, but I hate that you guys can't really get a good grip of how my makeup look. But I feel like, you know, you can only grow and be better. So subscribe to my channel if you're not already. Share this video with as many friends and family as you possibly can. Don't forget to smile and celebrate life. Follow my social media, which will be in the description below, and see you in another YouTube video. Go watch my last video if you have not. I love that video of all my videos that I've made, so go watch it, please, and thank you.